Look at your potted lemon tree for a moment. The leaves are green. The branches seem healthy. You water it regularly. You place it in the sun. You care for it week after week. Yet there is one problem that refuses to go away. No flowers. No lemons. Just leaves. Now here is the surprising part. Many gardeners believe a lemon tree that produces lots of leaves must be healthy enough to produce fruit. But that is not always true. In fact, some of the healthiest looking lemon trees can go months without producing a single lemon. If you have been waiting and wondering what went wrong, you are not alone. Thousands of gardeners face the same frustration every year. They try more water. They move the pot to a sunnier location. Some even buy expensive fertilizers. Still, the tree refuses to fruit. But what if the problem is not your watering routine? What if the problem is hidden beneath the surface, where most people never think to look? Today, we are going to uncover one of the most common reasons potted lemon trees stop producing flowers and fruit. More importantly, I will show you a simple soil boosting method using ingredients that many people already have at home. No complicated gardening skills. No heavy digging. No expensive products. Just a simple approach that may help your lemon tree get back on track. Before explaining what to add, it helps to understand why a potted lemon tree behaves differently from one growing in the ground. A lemon tree planted in a garden has a huge advantage. Its roots can spread in many directions, searching for nutrients and moisture. If one area of soil becomes depleted, the roots can often find resources elsewhere. A potted lemon tree does not have that freedom. Everything the tree needs must come from the small amount of soil inside that container. Think about that for a moment. Every leaf, every flower, every future lemon depends on the nutrients stored in that limited space. Over time, those nutrients become exhausted. Every watering slowly washes some nutrients away. Every new leaf uses part of the soil's stored energy. Month after month, the soil becomes less capable of supporting flowers and fruit. The tree responds in a very predictable way. Instead of focusing on reproduction, it focuses on survival. That means more leaves, more branches, but fewer flowers. And without flowers, there can be no lemons. This is one of the biggest reasons gardeners become confused. They see green growth and assume everything is fine. The tree looks healthy, but underneath the surface it may be struggling. Another common mistake comes from good intentions. Many gardeners are excellent at watering. They never forget. The soil stays moist. The tree receives attention. But water alone is not food. Imagine trying to live on water without eating a meal. Eventually, your body would begin to struggle. Plants work in a similar way. Water helps move nutrients through the plant. But if those nutrients are no longer available, watering cannot solve the problem. The lemon tree still needs the building blocks required to create flowers, fruit, roots, and healthy growth. One nutrient is especially important when it comes to flowering. That nutrient is phosphorus. Phosphorus plays a major role in flower development. When levels become too low, many lemon trees continue producing leaves while flowering slows down dramatically. This is why a tree can appear healthy while producing little or no fruit. Fortunately, there is a simple way to begin improving the soil, and the ingredients may already be sitting in your kitchen. The first ingredient is used tea leaves. The second ingredient is eggshell powder. Many people throw these materials away every week without realizing they can still serve a purpose in the garden. Now, it is important to be realistic. These ingredients are not magic. They will not force a tree to produce fruit overnight. Gardening rarely works that way. What they can do is help improve soil quality and provide minerals that support healthier plant growth over time. That is where the real value comes from. Let's start with the eggshells. Eggshells are rich in calcium. Calcium helps support overall plant health and contributes to strong plant tissues. When eggshells are crushed into a fine powder, they break down more effectively in the soil. Many gardeners simply toss large shell pieces into the pot and expect results. Unfortunately, large pieces can take a very long time to break down. The finer the powder, the better. Now let's talk about tea leaves. Used tea leaves contain organic matter that can help improve soil structure. As they decompose, they contribute to a healthier growing environment inside the pot. When combined carefully, these two materials can become part of a gentle soil support routine. The key word here is gentle. You are not trying to shock the tree into fruiting. You are creating better conditions so the tree can respond naturally. And that response often takes time. Now let's go through the process step by step. Begin by collecting 4 or 5 eggshells. Wash them thoroughly. Removing any remaining egg material helps prevent unpleasant odors and discourages pests. Next, place the shells somewhere sunny and dry. Allow them to dry completely. This usually takes a couple of days depending on the weather. Once the shells are fully dry, crush them into a fine powder. A blender, grinder, or even a rolling pin can work. The goal is to make the particles as small as possible. After that, gather your used tea leaves. Spread them out and allow them to dry completely. This step is extremely important. Wet tea leaves can encourage mold and fungus growth, especially in humid conditions. Patience during preparation often prevents problems later. Once both ingredients are ready, move to your lemon tree. Take a small hand tool or simply use your fingers to gently loosen the top layer of soil. There is no need for deep digging. The roots near the surface can be sensitive. Work slowly and carefully. Mix about 2 spoons of eggshell powder with 3 spoons of dried tea leaves. Spread the mixture around the outer area of the pot. Try to keep it a few inches away from the trunk. The stem should remain clear. Afterward, lightly mix the material into the loosened soil. Then give the pot a gentle watering. And that is it. No complicated process. No heavy lifting. No expensive supplies. Now comes the part that many gardeners find most difficult. Waiting. In today's world, we are used to quick results. But plants follow a different schedule. Your lemon tree needs time to absorb nutrients, adjust its growth, and respond to improved conditions. Over the next few weeks, pay attention to small changes. These changes often appear before flowers arrive. Perhaps the leaves look stronger. Maybe new growth begins to emerge. You may notice healthier branch tips. These small improvements are signs that the tree is responding. One mistake gardeners often make is focusing only on the final fruit. They overlook the smaller signs of progress happening along the way. Learning to notice those signs can make gardening far more enjoyable. Now let's discuss 3 common mistakes that can prevent success. The first mistake is using wet tea leaves. This is probably the most common error. Wet tea leaves can trap moisture and encourage fungal growth. Always dry them completely before use. The second mistake is placing the mixture directly against the trunk. The stem area should stay clean and open. Allowing materials to pile against the trunk can create unnecessary stress for the plant. The third mistake is using too much. Many gardeners assume that if a little is good, more must be better. Unfortunately, that is not how plants work. Excessive feeding can create new problems and place additional stress on the tree. Moderation almost always produces better long-term results. A healthy lemon tree thrives on balance. Not too little, not too much, just enough. One of the things I enjoy most about gardening is seeing how different trees respond over time. Some react quickly, others take longer. Every tree has its own story. One viewer shared a wonderful example. For many months, his potted lemon tree produced beautiful leaves but no fruit. He became discouraged and considered replacing it. Instead, he focused on improving the soil and reducing the urge to constantly interfere. A few weeks later, tiny flower buds appeared. Not long after that, small lemons began forming. The most important lesson was not that a miracle happened. The lesson was that the tree finally received conditions that allowed it to do what it was designed to do. That is often how gardening works. Success rarely comes from forcing results. It comes from creating the right environment and allowing nature to respond. If your lemon tree has not fruited yet, do not lose hope. Look at the soil. Observe the leaves. Notice the growth pattern. Small clues often reveal what the plant needs. Climate also matters. Gardeners in warmer regions may see faster responses than those in cooler climates. Seasonal changes can influence flowering as well. That is perfectly normal. The goal is progress, not perfection. If you're comfortable sharing, I'm curious how long you've been waiting for your lemon tree to produce fruit. Every gardener's experience is different, and your story may encourage someone else facing the same challenge. Gardening is a journey of observation. The more closely we watch our plants, the more they teach us. A potted lemon tree depends entirely on the small world we create for it. When that soil becomes depleted, flowering and fruit production often slow down. By improving the soil gently and patiently, we give the tree a better chance to thrive. Stay consistent, stay patient, trust the process. And remember, some of the best gardening results happen when we stop searching for quick fixes and start paying attention to what the plant is quietly telling us. Sometimes the garden improves when we simply step back and observe.